So I do these reviews. I'm not perfect. Everybody wants to see what happens when you miss. That's what happens. That's in more. Why? Do I need to start going to church before I do these videos? Do I need to pray for messengers that hit? What's up, guys? Brunswick's back. It's time to introduce the Brunswick Energize. Now, the Energize has that Zone Asymmetrical elliptical core that I love so much, wrapped with HK22 Cohesion Evo Hybrid. I can't wait to see what this does on the lanes for me with SPECTO running, of course. But before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's see what this new Energize does out on the lanes. All right, Shills Nick back in the house at Brunswick HQ to review another Brunswick performance ball, Energize. And anytime that core, that Zone Asymmetric core comes back, I get excited. The little hairs on the back of my neck start to stand up, and I hope that this ball is going to be great for me. So let's talk about that core. Zone Asymmetric elliptical RG 2.478, differential 048, intermediate 017. And this has cohesion in the HK22 Evo Hybrid with a compound finish. So we're bowling on Crown Jewel, my favorite, your favorite house shot, 43 feet, puddle of oil in the middle, not a lot to the outside. And we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna start it out, we're gonna move it in. I got SPECTO running, of course. So let's see what this Energize is all about. Cool looking ball. Let's see if I get some crazy strikes today. Dynamic core 2 helps in so many different ways, not just with hitting power, but also the cohesion of the outer to the inner, durability. Clean. All right, first shot. Always try to throw it hard. There's so much friction to the right, you just never know. But to see that ball kind of get through it, that's great. Shiny bowling balls. I gotta admit, I've been testing a lot of dull balls today. This is the first shiny ball of the day. So I'm in that zone, that mindset to huck it, chuck it, football. But we don't have to do that, do we? Let's just tone it down a little bit. Maybe actually catch at the bottom more. Still hard. Kept it more on line. That's okay. So this ball complements all the other Hypnotize, Mesmerize, Vaporize. Now we got Energize, a hybrid version basically of the Vaporize. I believe that the Hypnotize was a hybrid as well. That was to complement to the Mesmerize. Now we're taking the other core, my favorite core, and putting hybrid cover on it. Still with cohesion. Yup. Still has the good stuff. Let's see if this is the one. Good shot. Oh, hello. Playing that outside angle, it did see the friction, it did stand up to it, and it did change direction hard. So I think this ball is going to be a ball that needs friction to hook. I think we kind of observed that from the first shot. It's gonna need a little bit to break down. I don't think this is gonna be a first ball out of your bag. This is gonna be a ball that transitions from the higher end stuff until you get to the lower end stuff. Right in the middle there is where a ball like Energize fits in. Let's move 5. Let's go on 20 now. So I think this ball is going to be very well adapted to open angles. Not extreme, but right in the middle. Yeah. It's not going to be as skid flippy either as the Vaporize, I don't think. You know, judging by the numbers and the cover strength and all that, you know, you got your ball that's flippy. Vaporize is very flippy, very sweepy in the back. I think this one, even though it has the same core, is going to be a little bit more dramatic. Shorten that hook window a little bit. Come off that spot, change direction, and maybe go a little bit more forward. It's going to be a little more torque. And that's just how the cover responds to the lane. Let's try again. Great shot. Hook. It's definitely using a lot more energy in the mid, less for the back. So I'm starting to see it kind of lose its axis rotation as it's starting to read the friction and go a little bit more forward. I mean, compared to like the old, it's not even a year old, barely a year old, Vaporize, where that maintains it longer because the cover's cleaner. Try it again. But this could also tell me that I'm not far enough left yet. If I'm encountering that friction and the ball wants to kind of roll up, then it tells me I need to get more left. Oh, but it carries everything. Yeah, that kind of hit 4-pin when I get it outside a little bit quicker. That was out probably another board or two, and it jumps up, set to the pocket. Now, if that was more sweepy, more continuous, that probably would have gone all the way through the face, maybe split, maybe something nasty, 3, 6, 9, 10, something, I don't know. Let's move another 5. Let's get into 25 now, where now I think we see this ball really start coming alive and doing what it's made to. I think the other times, the ball was just reading the friction a little bit too soon. Oh, that's nasty. Not my best shot. Not super clean off my hand. I can admit that. I am a bowler with marginal to minimal ego when it comes to my game and my skill set. I can tell you, wasn't pured. Nope, wasn't. Try again. That's how I do these reviews. I'm not perfect. Everybody wants to see what happens when you miss. That's what happens. That's in more. Why? Do I need to start going to church before I do these videos? Do I need to pray for messengers that hit? Huh. All right. That was gassed a little bit through the front. A lot of pin action there. A flying messenger. That is unfortunate. But yeah, if everybody could pray for messengers to hit on my channel, that would be great. Holy moly. Zone 25 here. There, strike. That was a good compromise between the first shot and the second shot. All right, so what I've learned so far is this ball does respond quicker to friction, more of a stand-up friction responder, if you would. And it makes a more sudden change of direction. And it's a little bit more forward than a Vaporize, which is probably what the intent was. And my intent is I'm going to move another 5. We're going to get into 30 now. All right, you sharp changer of directioner. Show me what you got. Yeah, I kind of blended it out. I don't think that was very skid flippy. I kind of got it in a little bit more, but got the 10 out. But I think it had a tendency there to want to come behind the head pin more, and we'll see if that kind of happens again, and I'll make a change if it does. But for right now, I think I might just bring the speed down a little bit and try to keep that same line and everything else. Light mixer, that's all right. It's what it is. It's very different than the Vaporize, and I think it's going to be a step down from Mesmerize and give you a little different option than Hypnotize. I think I got him right. Did I get him right? I think I got him right. So it's not that sharp change, it's not that skid flip ball by any means. I'm not seeing it. When I open up my angles, it's kind of bleeding off energy and not doing anything too drastic. But I just got to round it more. Yeah, it's just in that zone where it's not trying to do too much. It's not trying to go sideways, and it's not over skidding past that spot where I 2-pin or something lousy. Let's just face it, you know, when I 2-pin from in there, I'm not a happy guy. Flare-wise, moderate, what you'd expect. That core is not super dynamic. It's kind of in the middle of everything, middle of differential, middle of intermediate. So let's move another 5. That zone looked pretty good. So 35, let's do it. Now what are we gonna see? Are we gonna 2-pin? Just like I talked about it and brought it into the universe. Oh, almost. Smoother ball. Now granted, I test everything out of box. So compound finish, could I use a little surface on this ball? Absolutely. Would I probably use surface on this ball in competition? Yes, probably. Because I want to tailor the ball reaction to my game, and you should do that too. I want to see the ball slow down a little bit earlier, and I want to see the ball change direction. That's all I want to see. I can throw it harder, but for my game, I run into trouble where I have to manufacture hook and slow down. That's my weakness. It's always been my weakness. I can throw it hard. When they're dry, I bowl better. That's in. Uh-oh. Oh, held pocket. Yeah, it's not going to be a jumpy ball. With the compound finish, now, if you hit it, you might get another gear. You might bring that reaction a little closer and it responds a little harder there. But out of box, this is a control piece for me. It really is. Let's try one more shot in there. Let's see if we can pure one and get it flush and through the pins. No 8-pin. Oh, and a snapper. That's what you see from smoother bowling balls, how they interact with the pins. You're going to see more light mixers. You're going to see more snap 10s. And sometimes you're going to see some trip 4s because when it kind of smoothly rolls and kind of stands up to friction, that's what you get. So where's the best zone for this ball? It's been better since I've moved in. 25 was an adventure. I would say that was like the tipping point for this ball for me, where if I missed it just a little bit, I was going high. If I try to force it, it went behind the head pin. So I want to say 30 is my best zone. The one before this one. Let's finish this on a good note. Hey, I think that messenger would have hit. But another snap 10, let's face it, this ball Energize is a clean, controllable ball. It is a hard arcing ball. It does not skid flip. It does respond to friction, but not in a manner that's uncontrollable. So that's what I learned out of this review. I hope you did too. Check out the merch on Inside Bowling, all new designs, all different kinds of stuff. And check out the crew. Memberships are available to you. Nothing else, please subscribe. Trying to get to 40K by the end of the year. Need your help to do it. Till then, see you in another video.